Okay, so once again, good morning and welcome back in the class today. Today we are on the day number 21. So yesterday what we were discussing that what are the techniques to analyze the current state of the, I can say it's a business, it's a product from the business analyst perspective. Okay, so yesterday I was checking this book as well, and I found there's a lot of techniques given by BA Bog. The thing is that all these techniques almost we are using in some other way, not directly, but indirectly we will be using it. Approximately 8 to 10 techniques are there which we are going to be discussed. Okay, and once we complete these techniques in the upcoming chapters, only one or two techniques are be new. Rest almost has been completed. Another thing which I was noticing yesterday, that these are the techniques which mentioned here in this chapter can be used in other chapters as well. So like if I take example of brainstorming. Now the thing is that brainstorming is a technique which is not only and only used in the requirement allocation, that can be used in the risk assessment, assessing risk as well, prioritizing as well, that can be used. So now this particular chapter contains a lot of techniques. We will pick up those techniques which we did not read or did not study till now. But yes, very interesting techniques are here now. Very interesting techniques. Okay. So during my analysis of the current state, I have few techniques which start from the benchmarking and the market analysis. Intentionally, I put it as a dark blue color so that I know that it is in the discussion now. Okay, let me change it to the some other color now. Yeah. Okay, good. So what this says, benchmarking and the market analysis. If I talk from the layman language, layman side, what is a benchmarking? Benchmarking means a level has been set which I want to be achieved. Which milestones कह सकते हैं, but milestones होते नहीं है. Like if you say that he's scoring the 90% every semester, so for him 90% is a benchmark. Maybe in the next exam he scored 95 as well. Then 95 become the benchmark for him. Milestones are for an internal purpose. कि बॉस मुझे ये चीज अचीव करनी है, ये मेरा माइलस्टोन है. Benchmark work on the higher side. Like if you say Marriott, Taj, they have a benchmark. Benchmark in the case of, they have a benchmark in the case of the services provided. They have a benchmark in the phase of the cleaning of the hotel or the rooms or the kitchen. Right? So they have a benchmark, that college has a benchmark. 100% placement every year. They have a benchmark. So what this technique says, provides an understanding of where there are opportunity for improving the current state. If I see the benchmark, only then I can see the improvement. I want to become a singer like Lata Mangeshkar or Asha Bhosle, Mohammad Rafi. What I'm saying, I'm setting up a benchmark, guys. I want to be like that only. क्योंकि उनका एक बेंचमार्क है, उसको अगर बीट वहां तक अगर पहुंच गए, then you become a great singer. Now how to reach there is another part. But when you see that benchmark, you will find the improvements ways as well. कि मुझे कहाँ कहाँ improve करना है. That is called the benchmarking here. Generally, they follow the they follow the few benchmark techniques. यहाँ पर दो चीजें हैं, एक benchmark है, market analysis है. दोनों को हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करते हैं. There's another framework available, 5 force analysis, PEST, STEEP, CATBO, and others. Let's open the technique in detail now. Benchmarking and the market analysis is conducted to improve the organizational operation, increase the customer satisfaction, increase the stakeholder value. By I am saying that everybody is ordering from Amazon. ऐसा क्या है Amazon में? Quickly delivery, quick refund, defect product defected हो कुछ भी हो, without any reason we will take a back the product. अब वो है benchmark. Now you need to be analyzed, we need to be analyzed that where my company exists at point of time. क्या मैं benchmark setter हूं या मैं benchmark follower हूं? Right? A term we generally use, there's a term called the trend setter and trend follower. मेरी क्लास में एक लड़के ने एक बार मस्त चमकीली सी जीन्स और चमकीली सी टी शर्ट पहन के आ गया. एक बार आया, दो बार उसको देख के दो लोग और आ गए, उसको देख के दो लोग और आ गए. What he's a trend setter. उसने शर्म नहीं की कि मुझे लोग क्या कहेंगे, उसको अच्छा लगा, वो आ गया. He's a trend setter. Okay, so in our this benchmarking says benchmark studies are conducted to compare the organizational practice against best in the class. कि मार्केट में सबसे बेस्ट क्या है, मैं उससे कंपेयर करूंगा अपने आप को, तभी मुझे इंप्रूवमेंट्स के लिए गैप मिलेंगे. There is another part. Best practice may be found in the competitor enterprise, very important, in the government or in the industry associations. मतलब आप कहीं भी देखो आपको बेंचमार्क मिल जाएगा. भाई मुझे ट्रेनर बनना है अतुल के जैसा, इट्स अ बेंचमार्क फॉर यू. अब पता नहीं अतुल क्या बेवकूफ है, गधा, कुछ भी हो, बट यू आर सेटिंग अ बेंचमार्क हियर कि मुझे उसके जैसा बनना है. नाउ नीड टू बी आइडेंटिफाई द गैप एरियाज. और मैं कैसे फॉलो करता हूं. ही इज वेरी हेल्दी, this is a benchmark for me. Let me see what best practice he follow. He get up at 5 o'clock. He don't eat this fried or Pepsis or burger or pizza kind of things. He do exercise daily for 20 minutes. क्या मैं करता हूँ ये सब चीजें? नहीं करता. So that is a gap I'm identifying now. On the other side, there is a one more term called the market analysis. It involves researching customer in order to determine product and service they need, they want. अब मुझे मार्केट में आना है, कुछ नया लॉन्च करना मुझे मार्केट में. आई नीड टू बी सी कि मेरे कस्टमर्स को क्या चाहिए. लाइक जनरली आई टेक दिस एग्जांपल. Before I kick off these ServiceNow trainings, I little bit do R&D. What type of trainings are in the market people are giving? Everybody is giving a technical training. I'm impressed. I'm happy. Yes. I saw people who are very, very, very technical guys. You just put your question, it's sorted out. But I found that people are not giving the functional training, which is missing. So I done the market analysis and find out that what the customers want here, what service they want, what factors that influence their decision to purchase from you or the competitor. मिंत्रा पर भी एक प्रोडक्ट है, Amazon पे भी एक प्रोडक्ट है, why you are choosing Amazon only? Same rate, फिर भी आप Amazon क्यों चूज कर रहे हो? That is the called the market analysis you have to be do. Why they are be doing this thing, so that you can improve this part. The objective of this market analysis is to acquire this information in order to support the various decision making. Yes. Market analysis means market research कर रहे हैं आप, so that you can improve your product. You can take a good decision from the market. ठीक है. Now, what elements are required here? Elements means the factors which is important in the market analysis. In the benchmarking, what you have to do? Identify area to be studied. मुझे ये देखना है बेंचमार्किंग में कि उसका आफ्टर सेल्स कैसे है. I'm sure if you watch the movie Rocket Singh, right? Why he is be getting a more business? Because he set up a benchmark that we will provide you the after sales as after sales service free of cost of any day. Holiday ho, weekday ho, weekend ho, chutti ho, festival ho, we will provide you. He done that study. He identified the areas कि लोगों को इस कंपनी से ऑर्डर क्यों जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम एक बार बेच के वापस जाते हैं अपने लोगों के पास. Then he identified the area of the study. Identify enterprise that leaders in the sectors. कि मेरी डोमेन में लीडर कौन है. Maybe if I say in the training domain, who is a leader? There are many good companies, many good persons are there. I know many persons, individual persons who are giving a training. I need to see that how they are delivering the training. You can conduct the survey to get their best practices. अब ऐसा तो पूछोगे जाके, भाई सूरज बताओ तुम इतने हेल्दी कैसे हो? सूरज बताएगा नहीं. हितेश को बोलूंगा, हितेश यार तुम कैसे सुबह 5 बजे उठ जाते हो? हितेश बताएगा नहीं. But if I put some kind of a survey, put some kind of a question, they will tell me how's your life. It's good. Generally, what time you get up? 5 o'clock. Do you have a light food in the evening or the late in the dinner? Yes. How many glasses of water you drink in the evening or in the night? How's your home cozy or very dark or very light kind of things? So you have to do the survey to get that information. कोई सीधा कुछ नहीं बताता. ठीक है. Arranging a visit in the best class in organizations. लोग क्यों ताज में जाते हैं, क्यों मैरिनेट में जाते हैं? Just to see the feel that what extra they are providing. So, but people spend the money, right? They, due to the benchmark. I was when I was in London. So वहाँ पर एक होटल है, वहाँ उसके साइड में लंदन आई के आसपास. That hotel charge 13,000 pound पर नाइट, और मिनिमम ऑर्डर वो 3 दिन का लेते हैं. मिनिमम 3 नाइट्स का ऑर्डर लेते हैं वो. That is a I'm sure that it's a world, but it's a Europe or the UK's one, the highest one. But they have a benchmark. So people go there to feel that why they'll be charging 13,000 pound. Then with this you have to identify the gaps and develop a project proposal to implement the best practice. हम करते हैं ये सारा काम. We are doing this thing. I'm not saying we are not doing. We are doing this thing. If you are a consultant, sometime my customer asks to me, Atul, I want to be implement this thing. Do you have any previous experience from any other company that how they'll be using it? Indirectly वो मेरे competitor का पूछने के, भाई वो बताओ वो कैसे करता है. And the another part is that in the benchmarking is called the market analysis. Identify the customer and understand their preference. If I say that I want to start a new training as well, another kind of a module, another kind of a format training, I have to do the market and understanding the preferences. कि लोगों को क्या पलेगा, लोगों को क्या नहीं मिल रहा है. Maybe I go to the LinkedIn, maybe I go to the YouTube, उनके comments पढूं, उनके comments देखूं. There are the tools in the market. Again, in our PhD, We learn that if I want to study the comments of a video, I can do that part. ऐसा नहीं मुझे कि copy paste करना पड़ेगा. There's a tool available in the market. You just download it and it will done for you, and then you can analyze that part. Look at the trend in the market. Define appropriate business strategy. Gather the market data. Very much important. Very much important. Without market data you cannot proceed. देखो market में चल क्या रहा है, कितना डेटा है, कौन क्या सर्विस कैसे प्रोवाइड कर रहा है. Again I take example रॉकेट सिंह. रॉकेट सिंह was उसका कोई पर्पस नहीं था बिजनेस शुरू करने का, बट ही फाउंड कि जिस कंपनी में मैं काम कर रहा हूं उसके पास कितने कस्टमर हैं, कितने कस्टमर एक 6 महीने में 1 साल में छोड़ के चले गए मुझे, क्यों चले गए. देन आई एम गैदरिंग दैट डेटा, परसेंटेज निकाली. उसने देखा कि नए कस्टमर से अच्छा है पुराने कस्टमर्स को पहले पकड़ता हूं, क्योंकि वह सब बना बनाया, मुझे सिर्फ सर्विस प्रोवाइड करनी है. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स यू हैव टू डू. देन व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट? Definitely it will an eye opener for us. It will honestly with the information about the new and different methods. I'm not sure that how many of all of us three have a habit of book reading or the newspaper reading. Book reading, newspaper reading give us a lot of new information, new methods. So yesterday I was having a call with one of another lady from other company. So we're discussing something that what you're doing. I said I'm pursuing this scholarship, this research scholar part as well. Oh wow, which topic? I said this is my topic. Then we start discussing on that part. She says, sorry, I don't know about this, that this is things also available in the market. Means now I'm doing something, so I know this part. So in our business, in our industry, we have to do these things. Then we can set up a benchmark. People should say, yes, this is the company has a benchmark. Benchmark identify why similar companies are successful. Very important. भाई सूरज को हर बार कैसे अच्छी नई जॉब मिल जाती है, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिलती? Need to be identify the benchmarks. What he do in the interviews. I was with one of my friend in the last week. Okay, so he was telling his experience. He says, Atul, when I was in the 2 or 3 year experience now, I appeared for the interview, and with luck and with God grace, I got approximately 2 or 3 offers. On the same side, my roommate, he's having an 8+ experience, but he's not able to clear the interview. Then on one of the interview, he sit with me. I gave the interview on the speaker. He listened everything because he want to know that why he's successful, I'm not getting successful here. Okay, limitations, बहुत time consuming है. It includes sometimes it includes the bias as well. आपके पास कोई ऐसे segments नहीं होते जिसको आप deep level पे discuss कर सको. There is no truth of source of the information कि competitor ऐसा ही कर रहा है, क्यों? क्योंकि उसके पास ऐसी चीजें हैं. There is no source क्योंकि कोई कुछ बताएगा नहीं आपको. ठीक है जी, क्लियर हुई है टेक्निक? एनी क्वेश्चन? सूरज, हितेश, any question?
Sorry, Atul.
Benchmark
is something like repetition also.
Reputation is one of the factor in that.
Okay.
भाई इज्जत है कि नहीं हो तो अलग बात है, लेकिन वो यहाँ तक पहुंचा कैसे है?
Okay. Like freshers के लिए अभी TCS, Infosys ये एक MNCs है.
ये एक बेंचमार्क है.
बेंचमार्क है उनके लिए.
हाँ, मुझे इस कंपनी में जाना है. That is a benchmark. भाई शर्मा जी का लड़का गूगल में भी होगा. So that is a benchmark. अब भाई शर्मा जी का लड़का क्यों आया, कैसे आया, मुझे देखना पड़ेगा ये. राइट? तो वो चीज है. तो मार्केट में स्टडी हमें करना पड़ता है ये. ओके. Yes, Hitesh, you have some questions, I guess.
नहीं, I'm okay.
Okay, good. चलो नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. The next, because I yesterday when I was reading this techniques, it's so interesting actually कि बॉस ये तो मैं कर रहा हूँ, मैं कितने सालों से कर रहा हूँ ये काम, लेकिन पता नहीं है. When we say that my company should be is following the ITIL processes, what is that? That is a benchmark only, nothing else. मैं अपने कस्टमर्स को ITIL के बेस पे मना कर देता हूँ कि नहीं नहीं होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि वो बेंचमार्क नहीं है, right? So I'm using these things for a long time. Now the next technique comes the business capability analysis. Remember, it's a business capability. I'm not saying business analysis capability. कल जब मैं पढ़ा था, I was got confused कि मैं क्यों नहीं सही पढ़ पा रहा हूँ इसको. I was saying it's a business analyst capability कि मेरी capability का क्या करोगे तुम. But it is the business capability कि what is the business का क्या capability है to get this work done or not. ठीक है. Now let me click on the go for the detailed discussion on this part. ये भी interesting, बहुत interesting it will be. Business capability analysis is the analysis provide a framework for the scoping and planning by generating a shared understanding of outcome, identify the alignment with the strategy, providing a scope of the prioritization filter. बहुत heavy words हैं यार ये तो. In short words, in layman language, in easy words, business का जो capability है ना, again the question comes, Atul, you are saying business capability, but what do you mean by the business capability? What you can deliver, what you can do, for which you are capable, is the business capability. Okay, so when we are doing any kind of a current state analysis, we see that am I capable to do this part? मुझे पता है nowadays the market of service now is very good. There are many companies entering into the service now. But before that, everybody see, do I have a capability to do this part? So it is the analysis provide a framework for scoping and planning by generating the understanding. Means by seeing your business capability, you define that what I can do next, where you will get a outcome. You align your strategy. Like CEO says of a company, guys, we need to be entering into the automation now. ठीक है. Now, being a BA, we need to be C, and to be C, that do we have that capability? If yes, then good. If no, let's build it. Let's build it and make it, because we want to get the scoping and we want to be generate some shared understanding of the outcomes कि बस अगर हम ये करेंगे तो हमारे पास ये benefits हो जाएंगे. Okay, so what in this description what they says, what an enterprise, number one part, what this describe what an enterprise or part of enterprise able to do. Now if I say Hitesh, what is the capability of Hitesh? He is a good singer. So what the business capability says, what an enterprise, मैं क्या हूँ, हितेश क्या है, या what part of Hitesh is able to do. Business capability describes the ability of an enterprise to act on or transform something to achieve the business goal. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई मेरे पास अगर ऑटोमेशन कैपेबिलिटी नहीं है तो मैं ऑटोमेशन नहीं कर सकता. I can build that part. I have my company is more than 30 years old in the industry now. We have a very good clients. It means If I want, I can build my new capability as well, new domain as well, and I can enter into the market. Capability may be assessed for a performance or associated risk to identify specific performance gap. कि क्यों मेरा परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा नहीं है, या परफॉर्मेंस है लेकिन इतना अच्छा नहीं जितना होना चाहिए, तो मैं अपनी कैपेबिलिटी भी बात करता हूँ. Let's take example. In the market there's a lot of companies. Okay, they are good in service now, but still they are not able to win the RFPs or the contracts. What is the reason? What is the reason? We have to be identified by the business capability. Guys, this, I know that this company has a very good name in the market, but still it is not getting a new business. क्या problem है यहाँ पर? So we have to be do in the business capability, we have to be do the analysis of the performance and risk to identify the specific performance gap here. In the benchmarking also we're doing the same thing, but that we're doing from the market side. In the business capability, I'm just checking internally now, not externally. Okay. Now, what are the elements for this one? Capability. Capabilities are the abilities to an enterprise to perform or transform something to achieve a common goal. कि जो मैं कर सकता हूँ ना, वो मेरी capability है. I can train in service now. I can train in BA. I can train of the theater works. I can train in baking. That are my capability to achieve a goal. भाई कंपनी ने मुझे लिया by seeing my capability, that if I hired Atul, he can do consulting, he can do BA part, he can do the pre-sales part, and if required, he can do the trainings as well. So that I can be help them to achieve the common goal which we have. Okay, that is the called the capability here. Capability describes the purpose of the outcome, purpose or the outcome of the performance or the transformation, not how the performance or transformation is performed. Very nice. Ye, what capability says that what you can do to the transform, but आपने कैसे किया ये नहीं मैं पूछ रहा. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन परफॉर्म नहीं, ये नहीं. आप कैसे, आप क्या कर सकते हो, ये कैपेबिलिटी है. आपने कैसे किया is not the question here. Okay, then using capabilities. कि भाई अब मेरे पास पता है, मेरे पास जो लोग हैं, they can get a new business in the new market as well. Okay, like let's take example. Food Panda. It failed in the Indian market. बहुत कम चला, आया और चला गया. Right? Why? Because they don't have a capability to be sustained. उसके पास वो लोग नहीं थे जो उसको सस्टेन कर सके. And it fails them. उसने मार्केट एनालिसिस नहीं किया ढंग से, अच्छी तरह से. बेंचमार्किंग नहीं देखा कि लोगों को कितना चाहिए, क्या चाहिए, कब चाहिए, क्यों चाहिए. But he started in the business. So they don't have a much capability, but they think that they can do, they enter into the market. In the same manner, we have the using capabilities. Capability impact value through increasing or protecting revenue, reducing or preventing cost. But now, if you have a capability, now if I take example, why company hired Suraj or Hitesh? Because they know that the capability which they guys are carrying will help them to protect their revenue, to help them to reduce the cost, to help them to improve the service, to help them to achieve compliance or put a company in the future in a good position in the future as well. ये मैं यूज कर रहा हूं आपकी कैपेबिलिटीज को. I know Suraj is perfect in ITL. Now in my company, if I'm getting any ITIL project, I'll send Suraj only. I know his capabilities. I'm using his capabilities to get the business. Clear यहाँ तक point? कोई doubt?
All
All
clear.
good.
Good. Now third point says performance exceptions. Sorry, expectations. Now if you have a capability, definitely then your performance will be have some expectations. कि boss, if I'm sending Suraj in a big event where he is presenting company, then he should get the new business as well. Like if I take example, like there's a many events happen in Dubai, like expos होते हैं, या जो मैंने अटेंड किया था Zytex करके एक इवेंट था जहाँ पे पता नहीं कितनी कितनी ही कंपनियां आई थी, and every company bring the a best person in that event because they want to get a more business. 2 दिन 3 दिन का प्रोग्राम था वहां पे, पूरा आपका बूथ मिलता है, यू हैव टू स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ मनी टू गेट अ स्मॉल बूथ. आपने वो सारा कुछ किया वहां पे, यू सेंड योर बेस्ट पीपल फ्रॉम द कंपनी कि नहीं बॉस आप लोग जाओ, देन इट इज बी नेचुरल दैट वी आर बी expecting some good performance. You should improve the, you should show the improvement. You should improve the or remove the specific gap with the help of your capabilities. Okay. Then risk model. अब capability सारा कुछ खुद नहीं करती. Every time there's a risk also associated with the capability. So what this is, capability alone don't have a risk. The risk are in the performance of the capability. सूरज एक अच्छा बंदा है, गुड इन द आईटीएल आई नो, बट ये रिस्क नहीं है, इसके साथ कोई रिस्क नहीं है. रिस्क कब होगा, जब सूरज का परफॉर्मेंस इवेल्युएट किया जाएगा, then it become a adding a risk here. So what this is, total 4 टाइप के रिस्क मेरे पास होते हैं: बिजनेस रिस्क, टेक्नोलॉजी रिस्क, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल रिस्क एंड द मार्केट रिस्क. If I have a capability to run a business, I have a business risk. If I have a capability in one of the technology, but still technology can be overwritten anytime, I have a technology risk. In the same manner for the organization in the market as well. The fifth point says the strategic planning. Business capabilities of the current state and the future state of enterprise can be determined where the enterprise can order to accomplish a strategy. Yes. What this says, that with the help of the business capability, I can make the business strategy. Like कंपनी के सीईओ ने बोला, अच्छा मुझे बताओ कितने लोग हैं हमारी कंपनी में जो सेल्स का काम अच्छे से कर सकते हैं, गिव मी द नेम्स. पूरी कंपनी में से लिस्ट बना और 200 लोगों का नाम आइडेंटिफाई हुआ. नाउ बाय टेकिंग देम इन द माइंड, आई एम डिफाइनिंग माय स्ट्रेटजी फ्रॉम द करंट स्टेट टू द फ्यूचर स्टेट. दैट इज कॉल्ड द strategic planning. This is little important. Capability map. अब से कुछ मतलब 4-5 साल पहले कंपनीज में कंसेप्ट चलता था वर्टिकल और हॉरिजॉन्टल, कि बॉस अगर मैं जावा का हूं तो मैं जावा में ही काम करूंगा, या अगर मैं जावा का हूं और मुझे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एक्सपीरियंस है तो मैं उसी में काम करूंगा. बट नाउ दिस थिंग्स इज नो लॉन्गर वैलिड. नाउ इट बिकम द vertical. If I know Java, I can work in any of the industry, manufacturing, finance, insurance, any industry I can work. That is the capability map actually. So capability map is a graphical view of the elements involved in the business capability analysis. कि boss क्या क्या matter करता है मेरी capability में. ठीक है, we'll try to be understand something from the screenshots. ठीक है. Number one point, they say there's no set of standards notation in the capability map. ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे हमने फ्लो चार्ट्स में पढ़ा था या हमने उसमें पढ़ा था यूएमएल में या पढ़ा था बीपीएन में पढ़ा था. They have some notation. No, they don't have any notations here. The following images show two different methods of creating a capability map. The first two images are the first example and the third image is the second example. Now this one, ये first example है, ये second example है, and ये third example है. आपको जैसे आपको करना है, जैसे आपको अच्छा लगता है, then you can make a capability plan for your organization. That how it's work actually. So now let's see. It says the key areas: high value, medium value, and low value. The internal part is an outcome. But to get this outcome, we have a risk as well. Very low level risk, low performance risk है मेरा, low risk है. Okay. Then exploit performance gaps. Let me come here some easy example. Yeah. Business capability map. Like this they have. Customer engagement नहीं ऐसे नहीं, इसको ऐसे देखते हैं. This one, whatever a business does to reach the strategy objective. अच्छा ठीक है. We'll see this part. Now I got, let's not discuss because it says there is no standard, no notation कि आप इसको बोलो कि हाँ ये अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे तो मैं ये यूज करूंगा. We have a different ways. Okay. Now let's see this thing. I want to build a COE, Center of Excellence, for my capability called the business value analysis. Like in every company there is a capabilities now. ServiceNow is one of the capability. Salesforce is one of the capability. Quality assurance is one of the capability. Training is one of the capability, right? Now these are the different capabilities, but at last these capabilities come together and help me to achieve the business value or the business goal. So this says if you're talking about the organization analysis, then we have these things. If you want to do the project analysis, let me show you something on here. तो पता नहीं इसने ऐसा क्यों बनाया है, मुझे समझ नहीं आया अभी तक. ठीक है.
मैं पूछने वाला, is there a hack to memorize all these charts?
नहीं hack नहीं है. देखो it is all about, ऐसा नहीं. देखो remember one thing, the things which are mentioned, the charts which are mentioned in BA box, you can modify if required. Okay. So ऐसा नहीं कि भाई ऐसा बना तो ऐसा ही बनाना. देखो उसने बोला कि मेरे पास 3 एग्जांपल्स हैं, मेरे को तो ये भी टफ लग रहा है. I think this is the much easier way to do. Okay. ये ज्यादा इजी है मेरे लिए.
और उसमें ना मैंने नोटिस किया ऊपर कि तेरा इंटर कलरिंग, तो आई थिंक दे आर इंटर रिलेटेड आल्सो, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
These are the interrelated. Yes. जो अगला हमारा टेक्निक है ना, that is called the business canvas, business model canvas. तो उसके रिलेटेड कुछ इंटरलेटेड है यहाँ पर. So now if I say this capability example, कि बॉस मेरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अगर मैं एनालिसिस करता हूँ, ये मेरी कैपेबिलिटी है, ठीक है. इन दिस आई हैव दीज मेनी 5 चैप्टर्स और दीज मेनी 5 टॉपिक्स. कैपेबिलिटी एनालिसिस कैसे होगा, रूट कॉज कैसे होगा. तो आई एम डिवाइडिंग दैट कैपेबिलिटी एनालिसिस इज वेरी हाई इन द बिजनेस वैल्यू but very low in the customer value. In the performance again it is very high. In the risk it is medium. Like if I say the project analysis part, in project analysis I have a 5 stages. requirement allocation, management, communication, acceptance, and usability testing. If in this capability, this step has a very high business value, it's a medium in the customer value. It should be, maybe for me it should be high, क्योंकि मेरा अगर मेरा रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग अच्छा होगा तो मेरा कस्टमर वैल्यू भी अच्छा बनेगा. लाइक मैनेजमेंट, रिक्वायरमेंट में बिजनेस वैल्यू कुछ नहीं मिलता मुझे, लेकिन कस्टमर वैल्यू बहुत मिलता है, क्योंकि हाउ यू आर ट्रैकिंग योर रिस्क, हाउ यू आर ट्रैकिंग योर रिक्वायरमेंट्स, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. How you're tracking risk, that is important here. Communication, wrong communication is giving the wrong business value. तो यहाँ पर high हो गया मेरे लिए. And risk is low. So these are the things which we build. It is not that much easy. If you read this the strength and the weakness now, you will came to know this thing. Like if I say the management part. In management, I have a performance management. That is a very high business value. Resource allocation, बिजनेस वैल्यू कुछ नहीं लगता है इसको, लेकिन कस्टमर वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा है. परफॉर्मेंस गैप बहुत ज्यादा है यहाँ पर आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए. ठीक है, तो इट डिपेंड्स दैट हाउ यू वांट टू बी आर्टिकुलेट योर कैपेबिलिटीज इन अ डिफरेंट सेक्शंस, कि किस पर्टिकुलर कैपेबिलिटी का पर्पस कहां पर क्या है, कितना रिस्क है उसके साथ, हाई है, लो है, और वैल्यू क्या है उसकी. So if I go back in the first screenshot, otherwise we will get confused. मतलब practically मैंने कभी नहीं बनाया. I never use these things. Now if you see, they have a low performance gap at the last as well. This one. They have a risk in the middle as well. In the black line, they have a medium performance gaps. But there is no parameter has been given कि वो किसके बेस पर evaluate कर रहा है इसको, capability go. So it is totally up to you. Now if you see this, you will say Atul, it's tough to be understand. Is there any technique to do the business capability analysis? Can I club some other technique to get this data as well? Yes, we can do that part. That is called the mind mapping. We will discuss that once again. Okay, so in this part you can build the chart like भाई किस कैपेबिलिटी का कितना मुझे वैल्यू है, कहाँ किस एरिया में, रिस्क में कितना है, बिजनेस वैल्यू कितना है, आउटकम में कितना है, कस्टमर्स में कितना है, so that I can build that capability. I know if my sales guys are very good, if my sales capability is very good, then I will get a lot of business automatically. So उसका जो बिजनेस वैल्यू है वो हाई होगा, बट उसका आफ्टर सेल्स में लो होगा बिल्कुल, क्योंकि उनका काम नहीं होता आफ्टर सेल्स में. दे जस्ट डन द सेल एंड डन एंड डस्टेड. उसके बाद बाकी जो प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर है, जो बाकी लोग हैं, दे हैव टू बी चेक दैट पार्ट. लिटिल कंफ्यूजिंग, but if we understand the major parts on the top, that will be fine. So now if I come to the strengths and the weakness, provide a shared articulation of the outcome, strategy and performance. Limitation क्या है? Requires an organization to agree on the collaborate this model. क्योंकि collaboration होना is very tough. You cannot bring every module, every part of the company, every department of the company in one place and do this analysis. And again, when created unliterally or in vacuum, it fails to deliver the goals of these things. Generally, business capability has been used for the new products. कि अगर मुझे नया प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में लॉन्च करना है, like I want to be enter into the area of the automation, then I do this business capability analysis. Need to be understand. और ये it's not like a work done by people like you and me. No, we need a depth knowledge in that particular area. Okay, require a broad cross functional collaboration, जो possible ही नहीं होता इतनी बड़ी कंपनीज में. ठीक है, now let's come to the very important, very interesting topic, business model canvas, another technique in this area. If I again talk from the layman side, what do you mean by the word canvas? क्या होता है canvas?
पिक्चर और ओवरव्यू.
वो कैनवस होता है या जिस पे बनाई जाती है वो कैनवस होता है? What do you think, Hitesh?
I think Suraj meant the same. He was pro in answering. Yeah. उसने आगे का सोच लिया, but anyway, I still admire. हाँ, so canvas is a black, not black, white board where you paint. मतलब you draw, you want to convey any information and all. Is what a canvas.
So it means canvas is the place where I put some kind of a color, some kind of a drawing and try to relate those things. राइट अगर मैं आपको एक ड्राइंग का पिक्चर दिखाऊं और बोलूं बॉस देखो ये मैंने बनाया है कैनवस पे बनाया है then you will able to relate something like if I see let's search for here the canvas अब देखो ये क्या है ये काइंड ऑफ अ कैनवस ही तो है जिसमें मल्टीपल फोटोज यू हैव पुट 1 2 3 4 5 6 एंड बाय ओपन दिस थिंग्स you able to see that how these pictures are related with each other एक साइकिल बना हुआ है I was bachelor I get married have wife then we have baby he grow or she grow we have birthday celebrations and all the things when you put those things in a kind of a frame where anybody is able to relate it's called the family photo or it called the a frame for me. So in our industry work, the business model canvas says that let's bring major blocks of a industry or of a company in a one place. Business model canvas provides an understanding on the value proposition of the enterprise. The definition is very important. It is provide an understanding of the value proposition of an enterprise satisfies customer. Every company want to know that how much customer satisfaction I am able to do it. Proposition hai ye. If I am spending 100 rupees, will I am able to give 100 rupees benefit to my customers, value to my customers. What are the critical factors in delivering the value? Value means again the day one, which customer want to be achieved and resulting the cost and the revenue streams. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं वैल्यू तो बहुत दे रहा हूं लेकिन मैं खुद नुकसान में चल रहा हूं ठीक है लेट कम बैक ऑन दिस पार्ट बिजनेस मॉडल बिजनेस मॉडल कैनवस इट्स नॉट अ बिजनेस मॉडल इट्स अ बिजनेस मॉडल कैनवस क्योंकि यहां पर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है द बिजनेस मॉडल कैनवस डिस्क्राइब हाउ एन एंटरप्राइज क्रिएट deliver and capture the value for and from its customer. Confusing Atul. If I want to start this training, I need to make a business model canvas so that I can see how I can create, how I can deliver, and how I can capture the value for my customer and from its customer. मैं ऐसा क्या बनाऊं मैं ऐसा क्या डिलीवर करूं मैं ऐसा कैसे डिलीवर करूं कि एक वैल्यू बन जाए मार्केट में मेरे कस्टमर्स के लिए और उनकी वैल्यू से मुझे बेनिफिट होना शुरू हो जाए नाउ इफ आई से बाय गिविंग दिस ट्रेनिंग्स आई एम गिविंग अ वैल्यू टू द पीपल टू द कम्युनिटी एंड आई एम यूजिंग दैट वैल्यू नाउ टू गेट इज द more students in my batches एक फेम एक नेम है मार्केट में नहीं if any person trained from Atul is good we can take it now to do this part because in this specific set we are talking about the value only value और वैल्यू क्या है? समथिंग विच कस्टमर वांट टू बी अचीव विदाउट टेकिंग द ऑनरशिप ऑफ द रिस्क एंड द कॉस्ट. मुझे वैल्यू देना है आपको कि बॉस यू शुड बी आफ्टर दिस ट्रेनिंग यू बिकम अ परफेक्ट बिजनेस एनालिस्ट. There is a value I want to give it to you. To for and from. और इसके बदले मुझे आपसे कुछ वैल्यू मिल जाएगी. I'm getting two more new connections. I'm getting two new friends. I'm getting two new references as well. कल आप मार्केट में जाके बोलोगे कि आप उससे ट्रेनिंग ले लो, बहुत अच्छा है. I'm getting the value now. So in the business model canvas, they says total 9 blocks are there, which work together. तो कैपेबिलिटी के बेस पर हमने कुछ एनालिसिस करके देखा, बट कैपेबिलिटी ने बोला बस नहीं हो पा रहा इतना. देन वी से ओके ठीक है, लेट डू फॉर द कैनवस मॉडल. एंड व्हाट दिस कैनवस मॉडल लुक्स लाइक? दिस इज द कैनवस मॉडल. Sorry, model canvas, not the canvas model. This is total 9 blocks are required to understand your current state. I'm thinking by doing these techniques now, we forget that what is the actual topic we are doing actually. राइट. बट दिस टेक्निक ऐसा नहीं, ये टेक्निक यहीं पर यूज होगा, ये टेक्निक आपका फ्यूचर स्टेट के लिए भी यूज होगा, ये आपका डिफाइंड स्ट्रेटेजी बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी के लिए भी यूज हो सकता है. What this is in the ninth section, that was these are the 9 major parameters which I have to be understand. Number 1 is the key partnership. Number 2 is the key activity and the key resources. Value proposition. This is very much important. I'll open that comment as well. Customer relationship and how the channels for the sale. Customer segments. Cost structures and the revenue stream. We will discuss in depth now. The business model canvas is a strategic management template used for developing the new business model. Mainly for the new business model, new products के लिए हम ये ज़्यादा यूज करते हैं. जो चल रहा है उसके तो है ही, उसको improve करने के लिए हम यूज कर सकते हैं, बट जो नया बिजनेस मॉडल में लेके आना है उसके लिए हम इसको डेफिनेटली यूज करते हैं. Many companies are using this part. ठीक. Now come down here. Let's discuss these things importantly, which is important here. Key partnership. Key partnership says that how my organization has been linked with the other organization as a partner. Like Vodafone is a partner, gold partner of BMC Remedy. Accenture, Deloitte are the platinum partner or the gold partner. I guess it's a platinum partner or the gold partner of ServiceNow. They sponsor many events for them. It is one of the factors when I want to be improve my areas, want to be analyze my current state, that okay boss, now I have a partnership with Microsoft, with Amazon, AWS, and maybe I can say with the one more. If I want to be enter into the new business, I must have a new partnership on the place. And what they're saying here, key partnership frequently involves some degree of sharing the proprietary information and including technologies. Microsoft और मेरी कंपनी पार्टनर है. This partnership will help me to improve myself in the technology domain and help me to get a new business as well. The effective partnership can in some cases lead to the more formalized relationships such as merger and acquisitions. There's a company I know, I'll not pick up the name. They are the partner of the Microsoft. But it बहुत छोटी सी कंपनी थी. Microsoft ने उसको परचेज कर लिया. Now people are happy. I'm a Microsoft employee. Definitely यार, अब आप Microsoft के बन गए तो आप Microsoft employee बन गए. So this is a partnership help us sometimes the merger or acquisition. ऐसा नहीं कि आप ही merge हो रहे हो. They help you to acquire the new business as well. Partners में acquire कर लेते हैं. What these benefits includes optimization and the economic, reduction in the risk and the uncertainty, acquisition of the particular resources and the activities, lack of the internal capabilities. In short, key partnership help you to grow your business. And if I want to I want to be entering the new business, I should know that how the key partnership work, to which company I need to be do the partnership. Key activities need to be identify those activities which are critical for creation, delivery and maintenance. कि बॉस इसके बिना तो काम होगा ही नहीं होगा. Until unless you will not give the flexibility to the user to order online without any delivery charges, you will not get success. In UK, this is not the case. You will not get a delivery free on a lot of areas. You have to pay the amount for that. Either it's a bank card, either it's a food delivery kind of things. No, nothing is free. You have to pay some minimum amount. You have to pay. So this is, we have to be identify that what are the critical activities involved in the creation, delivery or maintenance of the value. And what this is, value add, non-value add or business non-value add. Value add means characteristics feature in the business activity for which the customer is willing to pay. Now, if I purchase the credit card, sir, इसका yearly fees है 2000 रुपए. But if you pay the fees, you will able to access the lounge in airport at anywhere at any point of time. Just swipe the card, you will able to do that part. So customer is able to or willing to pay for the same because they're getting the good service. Non-value add aspects or activities for which the customer is not willing to pay. Specifically, we as a middle class family, we avoid any extra charges. मान लीजिए मैंने सोफा ऑर्डर किया, okay, and that person says, the shopkeeper था, he says, sir, 250 rupees this auto wala will charge. अरे नहीं ना यार, तुम इसी में एडजस्ट कर लो, because I don't want to pay for the same. सर वो तो एक्स्ट्रा होते हैं, ठीक है मैं आपसे नहीं लेता, I will take from somewhere else. So those are the charges which I don't want to pay, customer don't want to pay. So we have to analyze that part. Business non-value addition. Characteristics that must be included in the offering, activities performed to meet regulatory and the other needs, or the cost associated with the doing business for the customer not willing to pay. अब ये तो rule है. If any company want to be establish their business in India, they have to pay the some kind of a taxes formats, which customer says, boss, I will not pay. If you're thinking that you will recover your taxes via delivery charges, I will not pay. No, I'm not willing to pay for that. So we have to be identify that can we make some changes in these three areas, because we are doing the current state analysis. Remember. Then let's go to the key resources. कौन कौन से ऐसे resources हैं जो important है मेरे लिए to execute this business model? Or resources can be physically, financials, intellectuals or human being. फिजिकल में मेरे लोकेशंस हैं, एप्लीकेशंस हैं, मेरे मशीन्स होते हैं. फाइनेंशियल्स में मेरे कैश कितना है मेरे पास, क्रेडिट्स कितना है मेरे पास. इंटेलेक्चुअल्स में मेरे कॉपीराइट्स, पेटेंट्स कितने हैं, डेटाबेस क्या है, मेरी ब्रांडिंग क्या है. एंड फाइनली ह्यूमन हु आर परफॉर्मिंग दिस एक्शंस. तो ये चार की रिसोर्सेज हैं मेरे. मेरा फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस हेल्प करता है मेरे कस्टमर्स को. लाइक in UK at point of time in my area, there's a very famous grocery shop. Now I'll not show the shop, it's a very famous brand, it's called the Tesco. आप कहीं भी चले जाओ गली में, मैक्सिमम 400-500 मीटर आप चलोगे, मतलब 0.2 और 3 माइल्स आप चलोगे, आपको एक टेस्को मिल जाएगा. दैट इज देयर ब्रांड. नाउ दूर से दिख जाता है वो टेस्को, कहीं भी हो, रात को 11 बजे भी देखोगे तो भी आपको टेस्को मिल जाएगा आराम से. So they have a brand here like this. Okay. Now the next point that is called the value proposition. थोड़ा सा इसको close करेंगे otherwise miss हो जाएगा ये सारा. Value proposition is very important concept. A value proposition represent what a customer is willing to exchange for having that their needs met. मेरे customers को he like a big TV and he's willing to pay for the 50,000 rupees for the same. Like let's take a normal example. Hyatt, Taj, Marriott. These are the few top class hotels, or I can say the restaurants also very top class. They charge like anything. Boss 5,000 per night for a single room. Customer is willing to pay because he know that what he's getting in the return, what the value he's getting in the return. If you put that, hey, I'm put the Instagram picture, I'm in the Taj now. उसका वो 5,000 उसका वसूल हो जाता है वहां पर. So that is very important to be understand. That what a customer is willing to exchange for having their needs to be met. Now, if I charge for this training heavy amount and you're able to pay, or you're willing to pay because you're getting some value in the background, right? You will pay for the same. Correct? So this is the proposition may consist of a single product or the service or maybe a मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ मेरे को एक ही अचीव करना है. हो सकता है customer says I want to purchase this product from you only because your sales service is very good. 10 साल के बाद भी अगर कॉल करेंगे तो भी आप लोग आते हो हमारे पास सॉल्व करने के लिए. So that is a value proposition on that part. तभी तो ये कहता है ना कि ये malls है या अब not take example of the I'm not sure that I'm not dematting or differentiating or demotivating something here, but if you go to the pizza shops, McD or Pizza Hut or the let's say Domino's, I want to eat a pizza. भैया एक large pizza बना दो. सिर्फ एक only one pizza, अब normal pizza, cost 500 रुपए. कमाल है यार, इसमें क्या है? तो बाद में खा के कहते हैं मजा आ गया. थोड़ा सा चीज, थोड़ा सा फ्लेक्स, चिली फ्लेक्स डालो इसके ऊपर से. You are enjoying that part. So you are paying which they will be asking to you. You did not bargain. नहीं भैया 500 तो बहुत ज़्यादा, मैं तो 200 ही दूंगा. Because you know that what value you will be getting in the return from that. वहाँ पर आपको फ्री में वो मिल जाते हैं, चिली फ्लेक्स मिल जाते हैं, नैपकिन्स मिल जाते हैं, सॉसेज मिल जाते हैं, आराम से आप उठा के घर भी ला सकते हो. Kind of things, right? चल कोई नहीं यार, बाकी घर जाके खा लेंगे, डब्बा रख ले. डब्बा खाली हो गया, उसको थोड़ा साफ सुफ किया, घर में डेकोरेशन पीस बना दिया उससे कुछ. So that is the value proposition I can say. Then it comes to the customer relationship. That how you are be helping your customers to build the relationships, which is classified as a customer acquisition or the customer retention. Very much important. Rocket Singh is one of the example. He is able to retain the customers even though his boss put him into the jail and get him a sign that you cannot work for the next 3 years. But still he is able to retain the customers. That is called the customer relationships here. The method used in the establishing maintaining customers relationship may be depending on the level of interaction. कई बार being a junior resource, I am able to retain my customer. I give you one example. It was a go live for one of my North America client. Okay, पहले already एक हफ्ता 2 हफ्ते से ऊपर डिले हो चुका था. Somehow we are able to manage and we say, okay guys, please come for the go live. They are ready. Okay. In that meeting, the go live meeting before the actual go live started, my director, my architect, senior architects, junior and other guys were there. Approximately 5 or 10 guys from our team and 10 or 20 people from the client side was there in that call. As soon as that bridge is open, my director did some introduction part. Client said, sorry, I don't want to be go live because you did not tell me this information earlier. It may impact my operations. Everybody was stressed. बॉस वी आर एट द एंड ऑफ द गो लाइव, वी आर ऑलमोस्ट इन द गो लाइव फेज, प्रिपरेशंस हो चुके हैं, इसको रोल बैक भी तो करना पड़ेगा हमें तो. Then I say, then I come into the picture because I was dealing with those guys from the last 2 to 3 months, and I say, okay, listen to me, give me a minute, listen to me. I said, I understand that this information was not given to you earlier, but I can guarantee you, until unless post go live, you will complete your testing in the next 1 day or 2 day. Until unless you will not confirm, we will not open this bridge for anyone else. If any issue, we will help you. We are here for 24/7 for you. Don't worry. My architects, my developers, I am here because I'm working with you from the last 3 months now. Then they agree and they retain there. And then we go for the go live. It was appreciated because this is the relationship which I build with my customers. कभी jokes मार ली उनके साथ, कभी serious होके बात कर ली. So this is important, that how the customer relationship should be retained here. Channels. How your enterprise interact. I'm taking this time because I done this study yesterday night, so I don't want to be missed now. It's only 2 or 3 points are left. Then we'll close the class for today. Channels means that how an enterprise interact with and deliver value to the customers. Like normal channels, like marketing channel is one of the thing. Advertisement is one of the thing. Free goodies, cookies, offers, options. This is the way that you are interacting with your customers. कि भाई ठीक है, आप वोडाफोन हो, आप वोडाफोन के कस्टमर्स हो, वोडाफोन का 25th एनिवर्सरी है, आई एम गिविंग यू द 5 GB एक्स्ट्रा फॉर नेक्स्ट 10 days. चैनल है ये बात काम करने का, सेल्स बढ़ाने का चैनल है. सो एंटरप्राइज यूज चैनल्स टू रेज अवेयरनेस अबाउट देयर ऑफरिंग. भाई if simple सी बात है, if I'm a trainer, if I put my videos on the LinkedIn, what is the purpose I'm doing? I want to get the more subscribers on my channel. Very simple. This is the way that I am interacting. I'm telling people that, hey guys, if you want to learn service now, please go and watch my videos. That is free of cost. It allow customer to purchase a good or the service. लोग देखते हैं वीडियोस, अच्छा लगता है, लोग सब्सक्राइब करते हैं और आगे उसको फॉलो करते हैं. ठीक है. सो दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी अंडरस्टैंड दैट हाउ आई कैन मेक श्योर दैट आई एम इन टच विद माई कस्टमर ईच एंड एवरी टाइम. ठीक है. नाउ द कस्टमर सेगमेंट्स. It's a group of the customer with a common need. Now you have to divide your customers in a segments so that you can target the new business. You can target in which area you want to be go. Like Reliance, Geo, what they done? They target they target an audience of a limited age only. कि वो स्कूल वाले बच्चों को या कॉलेज वाले बच्चों को इंटरनेट बहुत चाहिए होता है. Let build something for them and give a free of cost. They done that segments. कि 65, 45, 65 से ऊपर जो लोग हैं उनको इतना इंटरनेट नहीं चाहिए होता, बट दे नीड द मोर टाइम फॉर द कॉलिंग, क्योंकि उनको बात करना ज्यादा पसंद है. लेट्स बिल्ड समथिंग फॉर देम एंड टू डू दिस पार्ट डिफरेंट नीड्स फॉर ईच सेगमेंट्स. यस. वेरिंग प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी डिपेंड करता है कि आप किस एज को टारगेट कर रहे हो. पिज्जा बर्गर is the main target for the people एज बिटवीन 15, अब तो 15 भी नहीं रहा है, थोड़ा कम हो गया, 10-12 साल का बच्चा भी कहता है मुझे पिज्जा खाना है. अप्रोक्सीमेटली फ्रॉम 10-15 टू 30-35. उसके बाद वाला कहता नहीं यार बस मेरा मन नहीं है ज्यादा, मुझे पसंद नहीं है चीजें. ठीक है. सो ये चीजें मैटर करते हैं कि आपका कस्टमर सेगमेंट्स कैसा है. एंड सेकेंड लास्ट पॉइंट इज दैट योर कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर. एवरी एंटिटी प्रोडक्ट और द एक्टिविटी विद इन एंटरप्राइज हैज अ कॉस्ट. कुछ भी आप कर रहे हैं सबके साथ कुछ ना कुछ कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व है. And every company need to find out that how I can reduce or minimize or eliminate this cost. And how you will do this part? By saying the above factors as well. You do the impact, cost and impact analysis here. Structure वही है जो हमने भी डिस्कस किया पहले. This we discussed almost the costing part we discussed approximately 2 or 3 days back. कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस जो हम देखते हैं. But in this canvas, it helped me to find out that how I can reduce my cost, what cost as related for which customer segments, and at last revenue, how I can get the more money either by the licensing or the subscription fees. Netflix free था, Jio free था शुरू में, but now they're charging. You can still use the Netflix with the limited edition. If you want to see more, you have to pay the subscription fees. Usage fees. I was on holiday last week, so luggage tha, so we cannot take a luggage and we roam around the city. So we go to one hotel and they says, guys, yes, you can put your luggage in our clock room, but हम नहीं सीधा लेते. You have to go to the one website, book your luggage there, and then you can keep it here. I said okay. I opened that website. I book my luggage. Surprising part is that that website is charging approximately £4 to me. On the top of that, they are charging £1.35 for that particular booking options, or I can say the usage option basically, जो उस होटल के पास जाएगा. So this is the thing that if you want to use, you have to pay the fees as well. Simple सी बात है बॉस. Sales जो सीधा सीधा काम करता है मेरा. And lending, renting and leasing. टेम्परेरी आप दे दो और आपका काम, आपके पास पैसा आना शुरू हो जाएगा. जो बैंक्स के पास पैसा है, दैट इज अ लोन, राइट? वो क्या है? वो टेम्परेरी है. द मेन फंडामेंटल ऑफ बैंक वर्क लाइक दैट ओनली. यू डिपॉजिट योर मनी, यू थिंक इट इज इन माई अकाउंट. इन योर अकाउंट इज जस्ट ऑन द पेपर, नॉट इन द एक्चुअल. एक्चुअल तो मार्केट में कहीं लगा हुआ है वो. But if you withdraw, you can withdraw that part. So there's a multiple ways that revenue should be there, and we need to think that how we can improve that. Like delivery charge is one of the usage fees. बॉस आपको घर बैठ के खाना मिलेगा, but you have to pay something for the extra. And what is the strength for this? Definitely, it give a good picture, a clear picture, a interrelationship, but primarily focus on the value proposition, does not provide the holistic. आपको ओवरऑल पिक्चर मिल जाता है, मतलब डेप्थ आपको नहीं मिलता इसमें. सो एवरी टेक्निक हैज अ प्लस एंड अ माइनस. किसी का प्लस किसी के माइनस को ओवरकम करेगा, किसी का माइनस किसी के प्लस को ओवरकम करेगा. सो विद दिस वी हैव कंप्लीटेड आवर 3 टेक्निक्स टिल दिस पॉइंट. आई नो कि मुझे आज हम इतना ही कर पाएंगे. एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेश्चन? इंटरेस्टिंग है ना?
हाँ, कर रहा है बट पता नहीं.
Right. मतलब if you see now, if you just close your eyes for a minute and see your previous experiences, you will able to relate all these things. अरे ये तो मैं कर चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी. हो सकता है शायद कॉस्टिंग मैंने नहीं किया कभी, बट हाँ मुझे पता है कि चैनल्स कौन कौन से अच्छे हो सकते हैं, वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन कैसे काम कर सकता है, मेरी पार्टनरशिप किसके साथ हेल्प कर सकते हैं मुझे. सो दीज थिंग्स. ओके, let me stop the recording here now.